Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Titans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Texans, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there. But you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
On second down, Mariota again. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
After the interception, here's Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now Watson, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. Here's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now Watson going to sneak it, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, his first touchdown on the year. Texans have taken the early lead. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Mariota to throw it this time. And Matthews has it right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First down, Mariota. Going with a screen for Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. It's a really nice pickup.
The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, 3rd down here.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and just 1. Blue on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Watson on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, balls out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And this will be caught. It's Matthews for the Tennessee touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now it's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And that one all Packers right now. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Watson hands this to Foreman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's Foreman. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Novak is on to attempt the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got the rookie first-rounder Corey Davis. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first down throw for Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And meanwhile, checking in on action down in Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run again with Foreman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run with Foreman. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Watson on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Second down, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In his 10th year, here's Brett Kern to punt this one. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. From the gun on third, Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And on 2nd and 10 now. Watson off play action. And his throw is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he whips that one incomplete there. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Watson. That's caught. Fedorowicz. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. And he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
On first down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Foreman. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number 1, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And some room to maneuver. to the races. DeMarco Murray. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray, 77 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And a third down pass falls incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a Titans touchdown.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
And he's got it up and through. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's something they've got to be casual.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Houston. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
10 yards still left on second down. Throwing again is Watson. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Mariota to throw it this time. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Flush to his right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Murray again, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Mariota hands to Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So it'll be first down here after the run. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Strong, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now this time he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. A carry for Foreman. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the toss, here's Foreman. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Now Foreman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And he's got it. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
And he's got room. And just shutting him off there. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he cuts middle, creating space. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Look, DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
Let's see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. That'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say